You're welcome to today's edition of the program. Of course, it is your number one newspaper review program, City Stand. And I welcome all esteemed reviewers to the program this morning. Femi, you're welcome to the program. How are you doing?
Thank you, Mr. Michael. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend. I say may God continue to bless you all, especially Mrs. Tina, for what she has always been doing on this platform. May God continue to be with you. He will wonderfully bless you. Thank you very much, and to all the reviewers that have been supporting us morally, financially, spiritually, we say may God continue to be with you. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Good morning to you.
Welcome. Good morning to you. And I believe that may God bless you. May God take you. May God strengthen you. And the platform itself, may the platform grow from strength to strength. Our global viewers, particularly those who have been very appreciative of us, have been kindly blessing us. Mrs. Tina and the rest of them, just the names. May God bless you, man. Bless you, sir. Thank you very much. I name my humble self, Mr. Ojolajide. Thank you very much.
All right. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called for transparency in the elections that will be taking place today. There will be elections in Rivers State, FCT, that's the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and Kano State. The president charged the Inec chairman to deliver a transparent, credible, free, and fair elections. All right, on insecurity, no fewer than 30 persons, were killed in Zamfara. Zamfara experienced attack. Is that what? Zamfara experienced attack recently. And don't forget, in Kebbi State, about 34 persons were also killed. That was on Wednesday. That was the state of security in Nigeria. All right, let's quickly move down to the Vanguard newspaper this morning, Saturday Vanguard, at the stand. In the comment section, I have Emmanuel Obuji, all the way from Dubai, and I say good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us this beautiful Saturday morning. Also, in Mafidon, a great man in the comment section. Thank you for joining us this morning. So the viewers who supported us yesterday by donating money to the pupils of Green Hill Nursery and Primary School, say a big thank you to you. Really appreciate your display of love yesterday. Yeah, that was a very great one. Good response. The likes of Eze Water Liverpool in the United Kingdom. Yeah, let's clap for him.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, also Chief Udeze Chima from Italy.
Okay.
We also have Baba K Odulaja in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. We need to appreciate Oyeze as well.
Yes.
Oyeze, yeah.
Yes.
Nice one. Yeah, he also donated yesterday. Lucky and Mr. Felix. Please, a round of applause for them. All right, and City Stand as well. Let's clap for City Stand.
Yes. Our own platform.
All right, thank you, everyone who made our day yesterday. We really appreciate you. May God continue to bless you. May God replenish your accounts and pockets. Chicago schoolboy, welcome to the program this morning. Gowan Abdul, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate your presence. Donald Chuk is also here. Donald Chuk, good morning. Thank you for joining us. And to the management of that school, Green Hill, we say big thank you to you. We appreciate you. I say thank you for recognizing us. For recognizing. Thank you for that recognition. And may God continue to bless the management and even the parents of these great pupils. They are leaders of tomorrow. As we always call them, leaders of tomorrow. And they really approved it yesterday. They deliver top-notch messages, to the public. And I believe the public learned one or two, from what the students passed yesterday. All right, the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning was the same. Let me start with the tragedy that happened in Zamfara. The tragedy that happened in Zamfara is right here on the front page of the Saturday Vanguard newspaper. The February 21st of February 2026. We need help. Governor declares. We need help. Governor declares as insecurity worsens. Terrorists kill 30 in Zamfara. Fresh attack. Terrorists kill 30 in Zamfara. Fresh attack. Don't forget. It happened. It also happened in Kebbi State.
Yes.
That was on Thursday or Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah, about 32 persons were killed by this. I wanted to say useless terrorists.
But we call them.
Very devilish people. Demonic. Also, in Kwara, I had something happen in Kwara again, something like that.
I'm not talking about that. Yesterday, you wrote four communities.
That was earlier this week. Okay.
Only last week.
On those states, had another attack. The monarch was killed.
Yes. 2 days ago.
All right, I don't know if this is true. I learned they wrote a letter to Oyo State about how many communities in Oyo.
I'm not even.
Recently, I saw something like that again. All right, I will pray to see an end to this crisis that has ravaged the nation. Insecurity in Nigeria, we'll be discussing it this morning. Also, the elections that will take place today. FCT, Kano Rivers polls. Wike moves to deliver Abuja Rivers as Kwakwanso. Yusuf dig in for Kano. So Kwakwanso and Yusuf are now our opponents. Imagine. That's politics for you.
That's
no permanent friends, no permanent enemies.
All
All right, we move down to another one here. Down the paper, political divers that could reshape 2027. This is on page 22 of the Vanguard newspaper. Political divers that could reshape 2027. We move to another one. Man's slits wife's throat after minor quarrel. Olawepo Hashim recalls what happened to Gowon. NPN hopes to retire President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All right, we won't go beyond this on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Let's move down to FCT. The Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, where election is taking place today. I asked yesterday, were you around yesterday?
Of course, yes, I was.
I asked you what your expectations were or for today. What are your expectations?
Mr. Mike, Abuja is a highly competitive area for parties. In the last few years of electionary activities, APC has not gotten quite within their handful. I mean, they have not command the control, the winning of that area. The current senator, I think from PDP, Kegibe's wife or so, former Kegibe's wife. Even last time, they were I'm talking about federal election. Anyway, federal election. Even of course, what is happening today is we have government election. If I can, use what has happened in time past to assess what will happen today, I think the election of FCT will be strongly contested for and highly competitive, and it may not necessarily everything goes the way of APC. I foresee that opposition party will also have a grip of some part of the place. Maybe it may be either 60-40 or 70-30, but not a clean sweep for APC as has been for some compared to other areas. I think ADC should be able to prove some ground out of the 6 FCC area council elections. I'm expecting them at least minimum of 2. If I saw APC won for, let's assume APC being a party on ground, that's where the president is, FCC is there, minister is there. So I think I'm expecting because ADC is the only viable opposition party we have now. PDP is dead. Okay, let me use one dead. They are in disarray because there is no leadership of PDP now. They cannot free. In fact, PDP candidates who are supporting opposition party. Some of them supporting APC, some supporting ADC. So the race is between ADC and APC. I won't be surprised if APC don't have a clean sweep. ADC also have some part of the shock of the vote. So that's what I think is best. And then weaker factor as well. Don't forget the strike of the FCT, of the civil servants in FCT. I don't know whether they have resolved it now. Just about 2 weeks ago or so, they were still on that strike when they went to court and UK was stressing them. All these things might not necessarily make things go. That's my opinion. May not allow everything to go the way of APC. A kind of shared vote. I'm seeing a shared vote, and APC may have majority, but I'm seeing ADC as well going home with something. But those factors of weakest factor of the civil servant who have just come back from strike for almost 3 weeks, and then just name it. APC have not been winning that state. I'm not winning that place. It's landslidely. So that's why I consider okay. Or maybe they may be a draw 3-3. APC may win 3. APC may win 3. Or APC win 4. APC win 2. I don't think APC will have a clean sweep. I foresee ADC also going home with some victory in that election.
Mr. Vincent, you were among the analysts I asked yesterday. I asked yesterday regarding what is happening today, the elections in FCT, Kano, and Rivers State. I know Wike has 2 assignments today, Rivers and Abuja. I don't know how he's going to do that. Will he divide himself or what?
Okay, sorry, sir. The issue of you are just talking about the issue of Rivers and Kano, but you only have to concern about FCC.
Okay.
Yes, I think that of Rivers is a done deal. For APC. For why we work for APC, UK work for APC. There's no problem. No. Rivers is settled. But that's of Kano. I want to see the test of Titanic.
Yusuf is there for APC.
Yeah, Yusuf is there for APC. And don't forget, yes, Kango. See, I now want to see because Kango movement is now divided into 2 now. I want to see the test of Kango strength of Kango control of peace, and then the new government have moved to APC. That's we have 2. I think I consider for 2 there. It may be 1-1, or I love they may go one way, either to Kango or APC. That place is very highly competitive. So that's my take for the 2 places.
All right, as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu called for transparency in these elections, Nigerians have also called for free, fair, and credible elections today. Vincent, what are your expectations?
My expectations.
Can we trust the president's statements?
President has right to say something that is okay, that is sharing, that will douse whatever tension that we might have against electoral conduct in this country. But having said that, I think the Act of Parliament have given vent to Inec to so do, to conduct. It now rests under the ambit of the Inec to so do. Then looking into what is happening today, I want to believe that a lot of power play is going to be seen today, because everybody wants to test his or her muscle to see who has a greater chunk of followership as regards the election that is happening today. And when you put that into consideration, don't rule out the factor of somebody who is already on seat. I'm talking in the persons of Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister. He also will want to affirm a position that as long as he remains the number one, the czar of FCT, nobody can take anything away from him, because he will deploy all the instrumentality of the state to see that he affirmed that position and to his own advantage. They haven't said that. Then when you look at the history that belie FCT, APC has never won in the majority. It has always been a shared vote amongst the parties. But I'm not going to see a different pattern, because this is just the starting point. You know, a lot of talk has been said concerning free and fair election, and I want to believe this is just a pilot scheme. Let us see how it goes. And you remember, Amupiton literally means history. Yes, sir. I've said it on this platform that if he really wants to have the apple of the majority of the citizenry, he should be able to write his name in the positive books of history. And having said that, I want to believe that he knows what is expected of him as the czar of Inec, and I believe that he will not want his name to be rubbed in the mud. Aside FCT, where we are going to have a kind of a close call is Kano, because test of might is there. We have the Kwakwasia movement and the governor who has defected to the All Progressive Ruling Congress. And if we were to look at what has transpired in time past, considering some governors who fell out of favor with their godfather, you can see some of them were able to muzzle their power, and see that those people that are loyal to the sitting governor always carry the day. Just like what is happening now in Delta State, I was thinking that we might also discuss that part of it today. You see, Obowole in Delta too, and Okowa, you can see they are the one detecting the Congress that was held a few days ago in Delta State. And you can see the Ibori block and Omagege block, they are crying foul as of today. And that aside, when you look at Kano politics, it's going to be a heated one between Kwakwasia movement led by Alhaji Rabi Kwakwaso and Rabiu Yusuf, the governor of the state, because it's not going to be that easy. But I hope they will not play dirty, because I wait to see what will comes out at the end of the day.
Can I quickly add to that of Kano? Something just came to my mind now. You know, the Yusuf that just came to APC now is an addition to the existing APC party already on Kano. That means we now have additional APC
added value.
Added value. So I think
because Gandija has been on ground.
Yes. I think it may go the way of APC. Because don't forget, APC as a party is already fully on ground. One. Now the governor has now joined them. It's an added advantage. It's an increment. It's an increase in the number of APC supporters and influence. Now, I think I won't be surprised if APC cleans the two seats in Kano. That's the few I want to add to that of Kano.
All right. He has also called for peace and orderliness in this election, especially in Kano State and the FCT. Does that suggest real fears of violence in those areas, in those states?
There will surely be. Especially Kano will be very, very volatile. Don't forget, one family that have been one together, they have not divided into two. They are not rivalry. It's a conventional movement because Yusuf is a core member of conventional movement. It's not likely to be talking of conventional movement again now. He's going to be talking of his party. His loyalty is now to his party. Conventional movement is now secondary. Unlike Rabi Kwakwaso, who will be talking majorly of conventional movement. These other people too will be saying we are also conventional movement. But now our party is more concerned to us now. So there will surely be rivalry. But I only praying that they should be to manage it. Kwakwaso should know that as a father figure of that state, they should allow the two people that is people. The conventional members Yusuf camp, there is member, there is people. The people that is left with him, the NNPP, there is people too. So I think he should play a fatherly role that these two people that are my conventional members in NNPP, the one in APC, don't force yourself, you are member of the same family. Just let us go to the field, let us just test our mind peacefully, no crisis. He should play that role. Because those two people they are members of his group. They are all conventional members, women members. So you should tell them, no fighting yourself, no kill yourself. I'm your father. You are all my children. I expect you to do that. And I pray those members, those conventional movement members of both NNPP and APC will heed to his call so that we have a peaceful election. Otherwise, if they don't take to his instruction, if they want to really go all out again, party for party, not remembering that we are members of the same family. That one should be really common in their mind that we are conventional movement members. Right. Otherwise, if they forget that, they might see crisis.
All right, there's this call for peace. So just there are real fears of violence, Mr. Vincent.
You see, when you look at our history, political history, way back, it has always been laden with violence. And I will not exclude the one of the now, even though we have a government in place that has not been able to up the ante in terms of security issues and to contain them. And when you now look at our political space, everybody seems to be desperate to have a foothold in the political space. And by so doing, they want to play dirty. And in this part of the crime, most of the players in our political space have not really been schooled properly how to play it as a sportsman. Because when they come into it, they use all manners of weapons to see that to affirm their position in order to gain power. And if that is being deployed, I'm afraid we might not have a different posture of our electioneering template that we once had before. And having said that, also take into cognizance the security challenges that we have in the country. How much political willpower as the government of the day will in this direction to see that all these security breaches are contained. Imagine what just happened of recent, the Zamfara case. Does it not tell you that we are under a siege as a country? And the either-headed monster called terrorists have held us at the jugular as a nation, and we have a government at the center that has exhausted everything, both kinetic and non-kinetic method, in putting this thing, in nipping it in the bud once and for all. That is why we are in a kind of a theater, and that theater is the theater of the absurd.
All right, gentlemen, this is happening just after the signing of the new Electoral Act 2026. Do you trust, or can you trust the new law to guarantee free, fair election?
No, Mr. Mike, I'm not trusting that law. No, I'm not trusting that law. In the sense that even though we have discussed the issue of real time, we have explained, in fact, there are some even incidents that even buttress our point that real time will fail, that there might be need for a kind of support. It has happened here. you gave an example of the monetary, that happened to me and you. You even the one that happened on Tuesday too. That there was no real time transmission. Yeah, but notwithstanding, we also knew that whatever we believe that real time will have issues. That there will be support, added to it. But the real issue is that support that we think may just come a handy just to augment in case there's a failure of data in one or two places. That one is the real thing they will use to perpetuate injustice to the result of the election. The manual collation, let me mention it, the manual collation, whereby once the result leaves the polling booth to the so-called polling center, things will begin to change differently from what came from the polling booth. So the electoral act that has just been signed, you can hear the president saying that there is no way electoral transmission will replace manual collation. What does that tell you? Meaning that already you have secured what we need to make sure election goes our way or be manipulated. It is the manual collation that brings problem. When you don't get the polling collation, you don't begin to alter the figures that came from the polling booth. The result rests to our young polling booth that we knew that so person scored this, that person scored that. When you now leave polling booth to the collation system, you will not be able to see doctrine, alteration of results, cooking up new figures. So since the electoral act does not specify how to correct the wrong tabulation and compilation of results, manipulation of results that will be there are no stable at presidential center, then there's no guarantee for election for the result of there's no guarantee for the result of the election to be credible. It won't be. It won't be. Let's not deceive ourselves. If there be real time according to what people propose, real time the transition of result for the polling booth as was counted to us over here and there, the announces are right there in our presence. The Inec officer pick the recorded sheets, snap it, boom to the Inec portal. Then if I said there will be little places where there will be off a problem with a return, we know it's just a minute percentage. It might not affect the general outcome of the year. But whereby that has been decision completely, written up, done. That what we shall rely upon is the manual collation. The process has been compromised from the beginning, so there's no guarantee for the credibility of that election.
All right, what will be the impact of the new electoral law?
You see, the new electoral law, we are just testing a process.
Okay.
And to me, I would rather say that we should allow the process to fly first before we can begin to dissect whether the process is good or bad. But from what the president has enacted, the law that was enacted, it shows that there's going to be electoral transmission of results, whereby there are glitches, or then there's what is called from ECA, which also allow the manual collation of results. That's in case electronic transmission result fails. And according to what I understand, the act or the law to me is that both the electoral transmission of results and the manual type will run pari passu. You understand? And I want to believe that we should just give it time because it's too early for us to start judging whether it's going to be right or wrong. Let us see whether it will fly, because I don't want to be a pessimist, because I'm also hopeful that if it was fine, then the greater Nigerians will enjoy it, and that's my take.
I'm sorry to cut this. I have a response to your opinion. I disagree with him. I disagree. Once you could not have real time, the so-called real time, because I believe partially there's real time, but not completely as the people are saying it. Mr. Mike, things has happened here that prove to the people all over the world that real time there could be failure with real time. Tuesday we were having a transmission here. It's very throughout. So real time, he started my own example first between me and you before this will happen. I believe supposing we're able to have that real time, and this manual is just insignificant percentage of the whole process, then we will know that over 70% of the results will be credible.
No, there's an option, no? There's an alternative.
Mr. Mike, the real one they will use will be the manual collation. The server that collected, they will not transmit that collected work onto the IRM. It's a manually collected work that will not be transmitted. That's what is going to happen. That's what will happen.
Mike,
so by showing the process has not been compromised. I'm telling you, watch it.
All right.
Mike, ordinarily there is no system that is foolproof in the entire wide world. And if a law has been passed, I think we should give that law to fly first before we can continue to dissect where the loopholes or the lapses are. And I want to say one thing is that even though I don't want to sound a pessimist or to be cynical of the system, what I just want you to understand is that the law has been passed, irrespective of whether it is what we wanted. But let us start from a point. From there, it can be a gradual improvement. I don't want to sound a pessimist. You know, I've always been a realist. And when after Amukwiton led Inec has conducted this thing, then there should be a room for evaluation to see whether he has upped the ante from where Yakubu left. So from there, I can begin to say, okay, it's like we are headed somewhere. That's just my take.
All right, away from that, let us quickly rush to Zamfara. Where about 30 persons were killed. But according to the routers, 50 persons were actually killed. But whether 30 or 50 lives were lost. All right, we'll move down to the routers. At least 50 people were killed and several women and children abducted after armed men attacked a village in Nigeria's northwest Zamfara. A state lawmaker told Reuters on Friday. Amisu A. Faru, lawmaker representing Bukuyum South, said the attackers raided Tunga Duse village from around 5 p.m. on Thursday until about 3:30 a.m. on Friday, burning down buildings and shooting residents who tried to flee. Now, 5 p.m. to about 3:30 a.m. Kwara State started around 5 p.m.
Yes.
Abi?
Yes.
5 p.m. to
3 a.m. The same 10 hours. 10 hours.
You see, Mike, there's a saying that goes like this. One may be a mistake. Two or more is a culture, a way of life, a norm, a pattern. And you can see all these recurring decimal in our security breaches does not really excite me as a person in a country that is so embedded, highly resourceful with human resources. A situation whereby we keep on having, okay, you can see the one that just happened in Zamfara. It can be likened to what happened in the previous one in
Kwara State was heavy.
And you know, 10 good hours of operation.
Without interception.
Without interception. Where are the police? Where are the army? Where are all those security apparatus? Where are they? Then you begin to the threat question. Any reasonable or right-thinking individual will ask is that where are all those people? Are they still sleeping or they've taken flight? You know, Mike, we have already dissected our security challenges on this platform, this great platform, City Star. And we said that, and I also mentioned that we have highly resourceful people that can help us in nipping this headed monster in the bud. I also mentioned one man that is being called Mr. Drone in the United States. He's from Nigeria extraction. Why can't we just raise an olive branch to him to come back home and help us in our security setup? That's number one. Two, also, I haven't said that. You know, it was on this platform I said that how can we be, you know, when Musa was brought on the board, I said, what is he going to do differently? Even though he might have a very clear-cut objective of trying to contain these security breaches headlong. But the person that is being put as an assistant in the form of Bello Matawali has already been fingered as having link with terrorism. Then how do you expect that one to? Then you are sitting on my shoulder and you say that you are using my lot. Does it not show that we are not even getting it right? And having said that, when you look at everything that is happening in Zamfara, my heart goes to the family of those people that lost their lives, because I could feel the kind of anguish that kind of scenario has led them into. But for crying out loud, we live in a country that claim that the government claim that they are already on ground. How many times are we going to have already deploy a high command of a security presence?
Marching orders.
A marching order, kinetic and non-kinetic, which are mounted to nothingness. For how long are we going to play? A kind of because for crying out loud, gentleman Mike said something that we have some other countries of the world. It's not that they don't have incidents of security breaches. Then how have they been able to contain it? Why can't we should forget our ego? If I have somebody who is much younger than me and is more brilliant, I can go to him. Remove ego or pride. I said, please come and teach me. You understand me? How have you been able to get it right? And that is what I will expect our security personnel. I don't know how much training they have gotten so far, because we need consistent training. We are in the 21st century and things are changing. The evolution of the time. And we need to do things differently to be able to meet up with other egalitarian society in this aspect of a security regard.
Mr. Mike,
where were security agents? That's the question we asked during Kwara State attack. Where were security agents during these hours of attack? And we are still asking the same question. Indeed, Nigeria is a country of particular concern.
Yes, to us here. Not only to Trump, to us here.
To us here.
Yes, not only to Trump. Mr. Mike,
why do mass killings keep happening in Nigeria without lasting solution?
Mr. Mike, that 10-hour differences that happen when there's a terrorist struck and there was no visibility of any military around or no places will continue, because it's only what you have you will deploy. If what you don't have, you can make it available. What's the population of Nigerian military men put together, army, air force, police and co? They are grossly inadequate to compare with the total population of Nigeria. What's the ratio of one military man, security man to Nigeria? The ratio is so high. So when you have such incidences in those places like in Kwara, like in Zamfara as well, the people that will be available is if you have more people on ground, you can easily deploy them to different places. But when you are facing acute shortages of personnel, you have less number of personnel that can meet what are required. Mr. Mike, if as we are coming from the house to this place this morning, if you don't have enough transport fare in your pocket, you will not get here. If you have known that the cost of transport fare from your house is 3,000, if you have 1,000 naira, you won't be here. Because that money is grossly inadequate. It's only carried to a place and just stop there. The number of personnel we have is grossly inadequate to what we are facing, what we are currently experiencing. So when you have the crisis all around.
Is that the problem?
Mr. Mike, we have the crisis all around. It's not that the crisis is just concentrated in one particular place. We have it all around the country, and these people are going to be distributed in different places. So when you have crisis somewhere, I'm telling you, the people on ground, they are not adequate. We have shortages of military personnel, whether you call it DSS, army, police, civil defense. Total population of them, they are less than 4 million to 250 million Nigerians. Do the ratio. See what security man to number of Nigerians. That's what I'm telling you. So if you take them 10 hours before you hear anything, don't be surprised, man. If you be taking them 10 hours, God forbid if anything happens again, because the people you have to deploy, if they have to be on ground, you have to have them in abundance. If you have anything inadequate, if you have shortage of it, you face accused, you face you expect failure at the time of deploying, in time of getting results. That's why I've been saying one thing, that let each community be the Mr. I'm still coming back to the same thing I've been saying. If this community is the first land of defense of their environment, of their place. I mean, of course, you will see the support of the military men to come. But by the time before they will come, we too must have battled them to some extent. It will be that they come, we are just praying, we are just complete victim unto them. And people are asking, how would they get what they use to defend themselves? Mr. Mike, open mark, Mr. Mike, the arms and everything is in the open market. But if you decide to get it, you get it in the open market, you sell it in the open market. Whether I like it or not.
Can you carry it on?
Well, of course. If I to defend myself,
you have the opportunity.
Oh, yes, I'll carry if I'm drafted, I want to do that.
Can you kill a rat?
Mr. Mike, okay, let us go there. Mr. Mike, I'm in number here now. If I'm drafted among the volunteers that will be guiding of my community, you, where you are staying, your own area, please, John in the Kodu, this is Mr. Vincent, in his own area.
So I'm afraid to Kodu. Right?
Everybody in different localities, in his own way, in his own place, his own people with his own place. And if each of us is at least, see, how do we get them say, I'm going to be able to explain it?
Do you think those people that have been killed have not been defending themselves?
Mr. Meda, the government has not encouraged us. When it become a government initiative, Mr. Meda, get the difference.
What about all these local
No. Why is government talking about community policing? What's the idea behind this? One government is talking about community policing.
We have a Motekun in Ondo.
It's not this bandit. Yeah, it's still a state function. It's not a community function. It's not a community oriented entity. I'm talking about something is a oriented entity.
Okay.
It gets the difference now.
Okay.
Motekun is a state function entity.
We're talking about community
oriented entity. Owned by the community themselves.
The local security.
Yes, that's
funded by local government chairman.
Yes, and the
community.
Yes,
by kings.
Kings inclusive.
The violence.
Yes, everybody. Community
coming together to summit.
Yes, community
to defend their community.
Yes, every community, Mr. Mike. These people will not be having the way they are going through. They have money on this point. Okay, what's the meaning of community policing that government is talking about? The government is talking about community policing. That's the ideology, but they refuse to do it. But you know why they refuse to do it? By so doing that emancipation of that elevated of, you also use that one to checkmate them, to rise up against them, so that avoiding doing that. That's what you check people seriously. And that means if you are put that one in place, that means that even though we will still require assistance of the state institution. So that's my way.
Mike, you see, as long as we continue, because I don't want us to belabor this issue, because the answers are so crystal clear. And when you look at the reality on ground, I think it's like somebody who is fetching water in a basket and you expect the basket to be full. And when you look at what is playing out now, when we take the agglomeration of our armed forces together, put all together, both the police, the paramilitary, and whatever, I don't think it's not over 1 million. And we expect over. Let me just appropriate. Let me just appropriate it to 3 million.
Yes, to 250 million.
You understand? To 250 million people. It's so insignificant that it's like you want to draw water from the rock with bare hands, and you expect that hand not to be bruised. But for crying out loud, I've said it countless number of times here. When we take the equation, when we do evaluation, it does not really gel, it does not cohere. Because most of all these security forces have already been appropriated by this so-called political elite to themselves. Yes. You even see the other day, our highly revered Nobel laureate, he said he was at an hotel in Ikoyi. He now saw a mammoth crowd of person with security presence. He now asked, who is that person? They say Sheyi Tinubu. If Sheyi Tinubu could cause so much security details to himself, how much do you think that will go wrong? You understand? At times, I remember years back, in this area here, armed robbers invaded my apartment. Made away with some little car that I had then. I came here to lodge a complaint. They said there's no car on ground. First of all, they said there's no car on ground. And the one that said that the tire is already deflated. I stand to be corrected because it's so close by here. If they can open their book, you will see my complaint here. You understand? Then that's the kind of country that we are. And I haven't lodged my complaint. They didn't come immediately. It was after 2 months. Even said they were asking how much was involved. They said, even if it's so small, about 27,000 naira or so, then they took from me. Even if it was so small. But I was expecting them to, swing into action and do their normal duty. And not say anything. So when you now look at everything, it does not excite me as a person, which shows that every man to himself, God for all. And that is the kind of situation we have found ourselves. Also, in alluding to another thing again, when you look at the way things are playing out, does it not show that they are complicit? An accomplice in all these treacherous and deadless acts that has held this nation at the jugular? You understand? Shehu Gumi sometimes ago, the son was decorated with an army rank. This is the same person that has always been championing mediation between the terrorists and the federal government. And you expect terrorism to go down. You remember the same person went to Saudi Arabia, he was brought down, he was sent back. Kaduna State did not say anything again. That case was buried. You understand? And you expect us to have, my brother, Nigerian State has been turned into a purging level of auditors. That is what we are trying to see. I want to let my case on.
Thank you. All right, Femi, you're welcome to the program. Good morning, Mr. John. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you, Mr. Michael, for having me.
All right, let's quickly talk about insecurity before we move to today's elections. Femi, what's really happening? We're talking about, we used to talk about the Northeast when it comes to insecurity in the country. It's extended to various parts of the country. Northwest.
Your North has been engulfed.
Taking
Northwest, North Central.
Central, Northwest, Northeast. This time around Zamfara, after the Kebbi attack.
That's both Northwest.
And in this attack, they went away with children and women. Is there any reason for that? Why do they always go away with women?
They need women.
They will kill men.
Yes.
I mean, in some of these attacks, they will kill men and move women.
You know the ideology now. They need women. This is Ramadan season. They need somebody that will cook women, that will make ugi for them, and somebody to stay as a other room. So, the reason some of these women they kidnap, they even marry some of them outside.
They rape some of them.
They rape some of them. Yeah, so that rape is a constant thing. That one is.
They impregnate some of them.
Yeah, some of them are impregnated.
And they give birth to Boko Haram bandits like them.
Yes, we saw what some of these ladies that were kidnapped at Chibok that time. Before some of them came back, they have become available. All of them. Some of them with 2, 3 kids. Some were married 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Divorced, remarried. So it has always been like that. But let's look at.
When is this going to stop? When is it going to stop?
I don't see it stopping. Stop. Okay, look at it. As you have tried to stop this nonsense thing, we saw that 117 Boko Haram just graduated from School of Repentance Boko Haram.
Just imagine.
I want America to come and comment on this. Is it reasonable? Is it logically? Is it reasonable that some people will say, we have been Boko Haram before, we don't want to do it again. Then the next thing for federal government to be spending money upon them and say they de-radicalize them, and they say they reintegrate them even to our military sometimes. And they have tested this thing. It's not working. They have seen a situation where a repentant Boko Haram still went ahead and killed people in his own community after they have been, radicalized and reintegrated. We have seen a situation where you will integrate them to our army and they stole our ammunition that is not enough.
Yes.
And they ran away with it. At least when you are doing a particular system, you should be able to do evaluation. This thing I'm doing, does it give me the positive result? Does it give me what I'm expecting? Then from there, you'll be able to know, is it encouraging? Should I go forward? The answer is no in this country. 170 of them, they are even turned to celebrity. Because I don't know how some people, something like that, should receive a news flash. You see them snap. When Buhari was there, they will carry them, go and visit Buhari. These are our graduates. So Ankara for them and carry them and they will give them the Friday no. And under the disguise of repentant Boko Haram, they will continue to be doing their nonsense. And this is what they have been demanding for. Especially from Sef Gumi, that all these repentant, give them amnesty the way you give them in Niger Delta. I see it coming. That one day our federal government will don't do this thing again. We are going to the Ministry of Terrorists and Banditry Solution. Give them, allocate like 1 trillion naira for them. Go and build these good houses for them in the forest. Send them to Hajj. Send them to Saudi Arabia and all these United Arab Emirates. Let them go and learn how to continue to do their necessary in their business. So, to me, I've not seen the sense of. I've not seen that federal government is ready. Or they are serious. Even with America, they invited that. With America, that are on ground now. I've not seen any
concrete action as regards defeating them or combating them.
I don't know how long.
But we see it in the news. We read the news. We read papers. We watch news every day. We see the way they reported that they bombarded social place, they killed terrorists, social numbers of terrorists at social place. But what's happening?
I feel
why are they increasing every day?
Yeah.
The more you kill them, the more they.
The thing is, terrorism. These are people who have been indoctrinated already. Like I will always say, they are not scared of death. To them, death is a game. You understand? What we expect to see is to see the government going all out to ensure that they are eliminated. There shouldn't be an option like this operation Safe Corridor. I'm disappointed that Tinubu sustained this thing that Buhari came, where terrorists are being de-radicalized and then reintegrated into the society. It is so disappointing that Tinubu sustained this thing. That where you say about what had graduated from it's unfortunate. People, do you know what you are telling Nigerians? You are saying that Nigerians should all go and join terrorist organizations. These are people who are responsible for the death of my families, destroy my properties, and then you are saying that they are forgiving, they should go to the street, the community, and live like any other person, which means they have a right to contest for political office tomorrow and become leaders. You understand? You cannot compare Niger Delta militants and these Boko Haram bandits. Niger Delta militants can be likened to freedom fighters. It is their resources. They are telling you these are our resources and we are getting nothing from the system. You understand? But these are people on either religious ground who will just go all out killing people. You understand? Maiming people, destroying properties. And we have a government who is negotiating with them, who have even provided an avenue where these people will be, they will say de-radicalized. I don't know which process they use. And then integrated into the society, some of them in the military. And that explains why, you see, we have militaries that our military has been overwhelmed. I think they are confused at a point. They deploy different means. We have, changed security chiefs, no result. They have deployed so many means because when you have an enemy within, you are likely not to get the result. Because whatever strategy you are, applying, you already have an insider who is already letting the enemy know that this is what we are planning to do. You understand? So the military should look inwardly, and we need to see government calling security officers for interrogation. Look at what happened in Kwara State. It's unfortunate that for 10 hours, terrorists, they were in charge. You understand? Government did nothing. No security office. I'm not called for questioning.
5 p.m. They started the operation
yes.
5 p.m.
Okay, look at even DSS. Look at even DSS. The village head said when they brought the letter that these people said they were coming to preach, and they knew that Kwara State. He said he took the letter to DSS. Are DSS not supposed to gather intelligence to ensure that attack never happened? But they are able to deploy 50 DSS to quick El-Rufai from the airport. That is to tell you that these people don't really care. Means nothing to them. You understand? You can put intelligence on them to know when El-Rufai is coming, and you are able to deploy 50 DSS. You could not gather intelligence to stop
the attack. Even when these people told you ahead of time that they are coming, you know they are coming. They still came, they attacked for 10 hours, nothing happened. It's an unfortunate that we live in a country where, you know, things are done like this. The American people, I'm seeing them, whether should I say they are compromising or whatever. But one thing I know, the world powers can never come to a country if there is nothing for them to take. I want to believe America have really, you know, gotten what they want, and they wouldn't want to hurt the government. That is why we are seeing they will be here for 10 years. They've been in Afghanistan for 21 years, no result. You understand? No result.
You could see what the governor said here. He needs
help. So this is, just imagine, international disgrace.
When I usually tell you that the governor also victim in our state.
Yes.
But some people will say, and the governor is #1 security of the state. He does a logistic provider. He cannot control commissioner of police. And our president that we expect that is will champion the issue of state police. This is doing nothing. It has not been implemented. I don't know what gives you that moral. I mean, you have still continue with Mr. Michael. We will not be like this. Yes, there will be a state that will use it positively. They will use it. A state that have resources to control, I mean, its own security apparatus, they will use it. Yes. A state that will compromise with compromise. If there is state police, you know that I have my own police that carry AK-47, the way you are carrying AK-47, and I can control them. I don't need to wait for Abuja before they shoot any attacker. Okay, these people, they will think twice. Yes. Look at, immediately we form Amateko, Buhari has problem. He said they cannot carry the sophisticated weapon. Because he know the meaning that immediately those people who are able to carry sophisticated weapon, organ is going to be fire for fire. It's going to be fire for fire. I have my own police and you are coming. Then I will order fire for fire. But on this case, okay, look at it now. The soldier that we rely upon refuse to come 10 hours and operation finish. And do you expect me to be sync-praise this kind of administration? And is there any investigation being done to know why there is no any military intervention for 10 hours? Then after 10 hours, they came. I think it was in the same Kebbi, before they attacked that school, soldier left. Yes,
they called them to
an hour before they attacked that school, soldier left and they attacked. All this kind of a situation is calling for questioning and scrutiny. A logical person will be asking questions. What is happening? Are we really fighting these people? Is there people that are teleguiding? I mean, how military, our military architects are being operated, apart from federal government that we have. Example, I think somebody that said they are tapping into the, communication of NSA. Do you know what happened when they killed that brigadier general? That brigadier general was communicating with military headquarters. That about this location. Before military came, before military intervention came, terrorists had been there. Who told them? So we are fighting a very, very dangerous, a battle, and our government refuse to hit the nail on the head. They are still doing the rub my back, make a rub your back. We are systematically running a terrorist government, a government that is backing terrorists, that is see a terrorist and refuse to call them a terrorist and refuse to deal with them as a terrorist. As simple as that. There's nothing.
All right, straight to the comment section this morning. What are the viewers saying concerning the states or the spate of insecurity in the country? Adijo Elonga says, Femi, you go explain tire, divide Nigeria, let's go our separate ways. Period. That is the solution.
Who will bet the cat? Who will divide Nigeria? Who will bet the cat? All the people that are making attempt to divide Nigeria. One is in Sokoto prison. The other one uses his mouth to clear up at our Palace. That one is begging for maybe he won't carry.
That one has embraced dialogue.
He has embraced dialogue.
He has surrendered.
Yes. The one that started it. What is the name of that man? Who was Zuruke? Just Zuruke everywhere now. You can't hear him talk about Biafra again.
You can continue from where they stop.
Me. Is in you. I'm coming.
But the thing is, you see, dividing Nigeria, it's frankly speaking to me not the way to go. I can assure you, if you divide this country, matters will may even get worse. Because the same set of leaders that you think you have here will will also take over, leadership over there. They are the ones who have the resources.
If they divide Nigeria.
Yeah, yes. Imagine that you divide Biafra. Do you think it's a common man that will become the president of Biafra?
I think Nnamdi Kanu will allow those leaders.
Don't be surprised if it is possible if don't be surprised if Nnamdi Kanu succeeded in getting Biafra. He may not be allowed. He may not be allowed to even rule Biafra. They will hijack it from him. Look at Southern Sudan now. Look at Sudan, South Sudan, for example. Since they got independence, only 2011 or so. Till today, no peace. You understand? And nothing has worked. They have the resources, but it's one of the most poorest countries now. You understand? So I think the bigger picture on Nigeria, what we need is leadership. Nigeria has everything to compete with the world powers in the world, but we do not have leadership.
Mr. John, despite that there is disadvantage, or there may be tendency we may have a problem where we divide. I still prefer division. Yes. Do you know people that will not want division? The minority Christian in the north, and I feel their pains, but they can choose where they want to play their alliance. If they are not comfortable in that place, you can migrate. People of Bakassi,
your state now.
People of Bakassi, they decided to go with Kano. You can decide where you want to go with. If there is a referendum. You see, Mr. Michael, I've been asking one question. I don't know the benefit of one Nigeria that I'm enjoying now. Yes. And if Nigeria divides today, one thing that Nigeria is due for me, that Southwest as a nation cannot give me, they can do better. Let Igbo, if they want to, you see not there. No matter how bad is your mouth, you are the owner of your mommy's pot. Your mommy's pot of water. You can go there anytime. No matter how bad is your lips, you'll be able to lick it. At least it's your lips. Yes. Let them live their own. Let every region go in their separate way. Then go and battle their problem. If you succeed, you succeed. If you fail, you fail. You fail, you redeem. Life continue. That's how Sudan. They will fight the war. One day they will be tired. Then they will move on.
All right. The football lifter says, Mike, I am very angry this morning. What is our offense as Nigerians? What have we done? Femi, what is our offense?
I don't know.
John, what have we done to deserve all this crisis in the country?
I don't know.
Rafolu says, who have we Nigerians offended? Who have we Nigerians offended? He's asking same question here. Who have we Nigerians offended? And it goes on. Ralph, everyone is fighting for their pockets. Yeah, yes. Everyone fighting for their pocket. Yes. All right, Chris says, Tinubu, who is seen to be the strongest leader of the Yorubas, not do something to protect the Yorubas? Do you think if Tinubu dies today, that Fulanis will not be more brutal to Yorubas?
Tinubu has never once stand to fight Fulani on our behalf, and he has never promised us that. We could remember when they killed First Honor's daughter. The next question, our father, we have to, where is the cow? Yes. So if Tinubu died today, people that you see, it's not Tinubu that fights Fulani.
That was when he was aspiring to become president.
Yes, yes.
Buhari was on
at this moment, tell me.
He was very careful.
I'm coming. Even now that he's president, tell me what is he doing to curb all this Kwara problem. All this community that they are Yoruba community. In Jeba, yes, Yoruba community in Kogi, in Oyo State, a place called Jeba is a traditionally Yoruba community, because the man refused to buy for that for Ilorin. They don't pay him salary for almost 24 years. The man is crying out now. What is our president do? A particular community called Sao refused to buy for Emir. They deny him salary up to this moment. So all these things is telling us something, that somebody that will stand for us to fight this Fulani is not Tinubu. The only person I even saw that he tried before, unfortunately he was distracted, was Sunday Igboho. Yes, unfortunately he was distracted. If to say he should have stayed on that line and make sure that he's running like lion. Sometimes you don't need to defeat your enemy wholeheartedly. Just let them know that when you come, I'm ready for you. They will retreat. That's the issue.
All right, Rafolu says, divide the country. That's what Rafolu is saying. I think Rapoli is tired of all these
daily
stories.
Yes.
All right. Nnam was he saying this morning? Here we go. Jungle don't mature. Whalers are already whaling when election hasn't started. This is an opportunity for all the parties to show their work, their strength. Let's see who will bring out their voters. All right, I'm still coming back to that. Nnam, we are still discussing insecurity. Yeah, I'm discussing security matters with Femi and James John. All right, was Edwin saying, yeah, Edwin Eze, that is not the issue. Those repentant terrorists being reintegrated into armed forces are not repented. They terrorize Nigeria or millions of Nigerians.
Yes,
I don't really understand what
they are not repentant.
Okay. All right, we move down to wisdom. What do you expect in a banana republic? All right,
any name you call Nigeria now, I think you are right.
All right, Ejifokri says if Tinubu could not do something drastic to show seriousness in tackling insecurity after the killing of Oba and other innocent people, when will he do something?
I don't know.
That's a very critical question. All right, DJ is watching from Paris. Thank you for joining us. All right, Ejifokri says if Igbos react as normal human beings should, you will see that most of the critics from the West will be from the West. Nigeria is actually not a country of people with conscience. All right, let's move on to Adijo. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu will buy all the current corrupt leaders like Jerry Rawlings when we get Biafra.
I wish it's not easier said. It's not. I'm telling you. See, these guys, the type of politicians we have. I've always seen it as like, system hijack. They are so strong, and they have built networks. You understand? They are not people you can just push out. That's why I said, don't be surprised. Even if Biafra happens tomorrow, they may hijack it from Nnamdi Kanu himself. It might be hijacked from him.
It's not possible. Mr. Michael, I'm meditating within myself that there is one commentator here that it's France. Wholeheartedly. I don't want anybody that is combatant to tell. I mean, that has been because on this, the person I'm talking about. You never want to hear about France. But look at France. France was supporting Biafra when we are fighting Biafra. Suppose it's successful, and Biafra was able to succeed. What do they think? I mean, we happen to Biafra under France, under the tutelage of France. Would it be like other
Cameroon, Chad,
regular country like that? So even if Nnamdi Kanu take over that place, if they can't do it in Nnamdi Kanu, then we open door for the outsider, for the enemy from outside. They will collide with the enemy from outside. It may be from Fulani, it may be from UK, it may be from France. To come and deal with Nnamdi Kanu for us, and they will remove him.
All right, we move down to Nnamdi Kanu Prince this morning. You're welcome to the program all the way from the United Kingdom. And it says, dividing the nation is never the solution. Nigerians just need to work with our security operatives.
And how long are we going to plan that one? That is what we are facing now.
When you see something, you say something.
Yes,
Abi?
yes.
You see something. Somebody wants to say something.
You see, all what we've been saying, you guys are on point, likewise, but we need to add another narrative to it. You see, as it is, the presidency, I was even listening to Chief of Defense Staff yesterday, and he was saying what they need is, by the time they clear all these bandits away, they need a support, support that will now eradicate them fully, because as they get the job done, the majority of them will still come back and to set up their own base there. So what they need is the Guguru defense, or what they call them one name like that, the Guguru defense, civil defense, they will call them Guguru defense because there's nothing they are doing that they just enjoy themselves. So civil defense and the police need to be giving them backup. And I was so amazed with what the Chief of Defense Staff was saying yesterday, that they are doing their own job, and by the time they eradicate those people or they unleash on them, what happens is after some time they'll come back to that base and occupy the base. But if there is any follow up from the sisters, military guys and I'm talking of the police guys, the whole thing will have been done. And again, about the president, see, the security we have now is a collective effort. See something, you say something, because these people, they are not just ghosts. They mingle in our community. We never ask, and that even led to when me and my brother was having an engagement when they came to attack Benue. That these same people, when they were coming, the Bale or the elders of your state, they did not even provide them. That same thing happened in Ibadan. That Makinde is just crying out loud now. I think Makinde should be held responsible. Because that time they were telling him that this is the most secured, problematic area in the whole Ibadan, and it was one of the fights. The Igbo was fighting there, and he did what? Instead of even to caution those people, those bandits, what did he do? He was, in support of those people. He even sent Igbo boys to prison. So how can we just go like that? How can we just help ourselves from all these things when we are not united? The governor is not united with the North State actor. You need the North State actor to get the job done. Now they are falling back to Igbo now. I'm talking of the southwest here, because that is where it matters to me from now. The sexuality begins at home. So to me, there are a lot of, I think we have to just call ourselves together, in which all regions should call themselves together and see how they can liberate themselves from all this, because it has happened. It has happened. It has been a conquest agenda, and we fail to, say it on the out that we having a conquest agenda to conquer. We fail to, that is where we are today.
All right, the football lifter says the point Kunle is making is the reason we need state police. Tinubu is playing politics with the state police and local government autonomy.
Very right. I will even suggest that they should not employ this idea of recruiting more federal police. They should stop. We should talk about community police and state police. You understand? That is where the problem is, and that is where attention should be focused. You understand? These people who have experienced this attack, you can't be doing similar thing and expect different results. Now let's try state police. The people who are aggrieved with these attackers should be empowered to defend themselves, and then let's see whether I can assure you the result will be different.
All right, Adnam says, Mr. Mike, read my comment where I addressed Femi. Kindly send it again, resend what you sent in the comment section so that I can read it. All right, we move on to Wisdom and Didi. What was saying? John, are the politicians more, John, are the politicians more stronger than the masses?
That is what it is for now. You understand? Because the masses have not really gotten political awareness. They say knowledge is power. We are at the stage of political ignorance. So the politicians who are taking advantage of our ignorance, and they have the resources to themselves, they have already weaponized poverty. They have already divided us, along religious and ethnic lines. You understand? So we are not really united to confront the politics. As it is now, they always have their way.
All right, so Jeff Chris says Igbos have shown that there are people you can't easily. You can't see who the country is because of the Igbos. They are very good at getting things done when given the opportunity.
I agree with you.
And that's why people need Obi this time around, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you. Igbo are no opportunity. Obi should give opportunity.
Yes, we should taste another thing.
Let's see what Obi can offer.
Let's see what Obi can offer. Says Femi. Okay, Barry One says if the military is serious, if they clear any place and hold to the place, the constant drone surveillance can be mounted in that area, cleared. Okay, yes, if they are serious, and they.
Sorry, point of correction. We don't need to classify all these issues going on with the tribal issue that if it is Igbo. They should remember, likewise, it was former Inspector General of Tafa Balogun that went down to southeast when they were having insecurity issues. So it's not all about when the Igbo are there, they will be able to do it. Even when Obi get there, it cannot even do half of what Mr. President is trying. That's just it.
Give him the
That's what I'm saying. You know the way the country is.
You've not tried him.
No,
Let's give him a chance.
No, you have to.
You understand?
You see, one thing in Nigeria here now, if you want to lead Nigeria, you must not be a soft man. You must not be a soft man, because Nigerians, sorry to say, Mike, I always say this, average Nigeria is demonic. That's one thing. We average Nigerians, we are demonic in our way of life. And so to me, I can say wholeheartedly that even if it's Obi, 12 of Obi cannot quench all this insecurity, because it has been an agenda that they have mapped out. When they were mapping their own agenda, where were we? You are busy going to club. We were busy going to we were busy just enjoying ourselves, and we forgot that the battle that is ahead, if we can, it's not our father that will fight it. It's we youth now that need to fight it. That's why they said we should go and enlist into police, and go and enlist into soldiers, and be a soldiers and be a policeman and fight for your country. And that is why that's the norm thing. I'm ready. If I can have that opportunity, I think I will still go to Osun to say what position they can place me on to fight for my country, because I can't just see that. You see, in UK there was one time Harry showed by example. He went on and he enlisted himself into the British police, British Air Force, and that's a good way to go. That is a collective thing for we citizens, not just the president you'll be relying on, because the president you are relying on now is being surrounded by mole. Let us tell ourselves the reality. You don't know who love you, you don't know who hate you. They are just all following you like a follow come. So to me,
he applied for the job now.
He applied, but it's not only president that will carry out the job, because it's our own government too. They said democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people.
If you apply for the job, you should be able to govern the government.
It's government. You cannot do it's doing it. But you remember,
forced him into it.
Okay, now
anybody force Mr. President?
Nobody. But what we know we have problem is the successive governments that have been ruling. These things, what's it called? Jonathan have problem. Even Baba Obasanjo himself, he has an internal problem. The majority of us do not know. Through Sharia, that was when this guy was cutting hands. Yerima was cutting people's hands. He said it's been a long time. That is why you know that our problem has been a long time. So who will solve the problem is either we divide ourselves or we come to regionalism, because we cannot continue with this.
But when there was crisis during Jonathan time, now when there was crisis in his government, we blame the government.
Yes, blame the president.
Even during Buhari regime too.
But you know the good thing. You know the good thing under Jonathan there. When the Jonathan was having that issue, the South came out wholeheartedly.
But people blame Jonathan, right?
Yes,
blame Jonathan. So why won't I blame
you? Did I say you should not blame?
I'm not looking to you.
I'm saying it's a collective effort.
We blame Jonathan. So why would I blame Tinubu? So whatever that is there at the realm of power, we see that they are not giving us what we want. The narrative may change tomorrow. If Obi is there, if Obi didn't give us what we want, we will also come after him. And his people may also come out to be in our own position, in some other people's position, and try to defend him. That is it today that has been happening. And if we don't change that narrative, this is how we continue to be good. I cannot see that somebody doesn't give me what I want. Then I will be covering. It is not that it's obvious that they are killing. Killing has become daily occurrence, and we are talking about life that is so. So are we going to be watching it and we think it's supposed to be continuing like that? The answer is no.
All right. Okay, in your own two way, Femi, we stay not too far to each other there. When last have you profiled people that are coming towards your area? No, it's right thing I'm asking you. For one, now you can say, when last do you profile a stranger in your environment?
Do you know my challenge? I don't know that I'm going to invite brother this morning to come out. You know that I don't, because these are illogical, excuses you are bringing to justify. In my area, Oga, we don't have the security challenge. In my area, I can wake up 1 a.m., come back. And if you people, it is, when we look at governments, look at constitution, it is primary responsibility of government to protect us. That's why I always get come and protect themselves. It's in the constitution that it's not in the constitution, because people, like, whenever I want to talk, they cite constitution, but when it comes to responsibility, they will be shifting it. It is the primary responsibility of government to protect us. Now, if you now say I have my own responsibility of being my own, own security first, and what I agree, that's why, and that's why I'm living in a place where it is safe, fenced, and we have security. When you get to my house, we have security, so nobody that can come in or go out anyhow. So that's the only contribution. And I'm paying for security. All right, what do you want me to do?
Ordinary says, Mr. Femi, call out your governors and stop complaining.
No. Look at another learned person. Governor that are just, you see, not listening. That they are just a logistic provider. A governor that is a victim in his own state. A governor that ran Taba. In the state, in those days, I cannot say, and you said, if you want us to be holding governor responsible, as well as give them state police, empower them for I'm the chief secretary. Oh my God! Simple English. You are talking of governors. Give them state police. Are they now in charge of the police? Wait. Let me an average state can't control police. Commissioner of police. It's always a lazy-minded person that will be thinking of because the police are there, they can't control them. I can tell you, if there's any issue in this ground today we have, someone who will connect the police, police. With regular government, if it's not in the book, the commissioner of police with public government, we know what Ameti witnessed. When Ameti was governor of River State, Ameti versus Sumbu, yes, do you know what he did? I'm coming. Let me get back. Bayo say in Ekiti State, we know what he passed through when they want to take over from him. Bayomi, he's not under Ambassador. Bayomi too, when they want to take over from him, majority of them become victim in their own state because they are not in a rapport with the federal government. What are you talking about? It's a simple thing. Maybe you don't know how they manage the police there. How they operate, yes. Us, detach one police officers, which is a commissioner of police, into any state. The first thing we have to do is to go and pay a visit to the governor of the state. Then the governor will now ask him, what are the things you needed to support the security in my domain? So when you are saying governors, they are governors too. How is Lagos so secure like this?
You mean they are the chief security?
Yes, they are the chief security. That's the man in the paper. They are the chief security. I don't say governor cannot contribute. Likewise, me myself, I can contribute. But with what capacity do you give me chance to contribute? You want me to contribute? That's why we call them logistic provider. A logistic provider is not automatically means you will be the one that will be controlling it. Yes, you can buy patrol vehicle for police in your state, but it is the ID that they listen to. Yes. So if you are in a state that have been compromised,
you don't have the commander.
Yes, the federal government that have been compromised. When you call them, they will not respond. Look at army. Government control police. Are they the one controlling army? The army that federal government are controlling spend 10 hours. Took them 10 hours before they came to a particular scene where there was a crisis. They left an hour before attack.
Oh, well, come on, what are you talking about? During pending scenario in Magodo here, recently under Buhari, you know what happened when notification would happen. What did the police officer told him when Soyeru was sent them to vacate the place? He said he should call Abuja. Call IG. Didn't take all. They say call IG. You understand? So that is just it.
That won't happen.
You understand?
I can still tell you rapidly. The Nigerian police, they are still they are aligned with the governors. They are aligned with the governors.
You need state police.
So that the governors can be fully
in charge.
Don't write the governors up. What they are doing their job. Likewise, some of the governors are doing their job. I can tell you that is why Lagos is so secure. So they can emulate Lagos.
All right, Kule can never see anything bad in Tinubu leadership or APC government. APC protested against Jonathan regime. Kule is baptized with APC and Tinubu presidency. Kule is one of Nigeria's problems.
Okay.
This is coming from Chicago schoolboy.
Chicago schoolboy, you've never seen anything good that Tinubu have done. Likewise, you always criticize criticism. I've never seen you to even praise the president that you do well, even in your so you see, that's why I say average Nigerian.
All right, it is easy for you guys to call out Mr. President, but difficult for you to call out your governors. This is very funny. This
We have always been. What did I tell you now? That government also can contribute, but with what capacity? Yes. Give them in capacity to contribute. That's what we are saying. Did I say government don't have contribution to make? Yeah. They are the chief security of their state.
All right, that man says you don't need to be told to protect yourself and your people. You shouldn't be relying on federal government to
what did the constitution say? Look at it. I don't know where Vietnam is living. Can I bear arms? I don't know. Allow me. Because you are in power now.
Bear arms. You can give information. You can leak information out. Without you can. Yes. See something.
Don't see something. When you see every time that we see something, and people that are see something, what have they been about what they are saying? Okay, let me go. That place they just attack now. There was information that they are coming. Yeah, they still come. Yes. What are they done with intelligence?
They said something or they said something.
And nothing happened. Nothing happened.
But you will not rely on that.
No. Looking for
they will come after you. You will give them that place to come after you. Because I don't see why. You come. What I know is that
this is another thing that usually annoys me.
Go and join military and help your country.
It's not possible that everybody will join military. Number one. I'm coming. It's not compulsory that everybody will join military. Number one. Number two. How many figure in Nigeria government able to, have capacity to employ? How many now? We are under police. Yes. How many do they? The one that they employ, what are they using them for? Are they being able to use this one? Am I ready to work under a government that is ready to compromise and waste my life and sacrifice my life? Am I ready to do that? The answer is no. And I now told you that I have two brothers that join police. Yes, we have police, we have soldiers. So me too. I must join. Because I work well. If you love your narrative, you love your country, and they see that you love your country. There's nothing wrong, there's nothing bad in you joining police for the sake of your country. How many people police want to generation? Who told you police are looking for people? They are looking for people. How many? How many of them have they been able to?
You can try it likewise instead of complaining. So let's not complain.
To be killing people. Go and apply.
We have been going to Osun several.
Let us be sincere. We are talking about life. Now, Mr. John, power is transient. No matter how you think you can manipulate, one day power will change. Of course, power will shift. And that day, what other people are feeling, you are also going to feel it. That's
all right. What says if you give staff money, won't you check in 3 months for updates or reports? Instead, you fly out of the country every week.
It's in the job. The MSA is there. It doesn't have to be on ground. I think Baba Yaga need to know how the government is being, the government process being done. And I can tell you that there's always security on ground. If the president travel, there are always people that take care of the security. Why did we have the MSA? National Security Advisor, which is the paramount, and the first of the first security man we need to have, and which is the revival, and he's doing a great job.
If you can't join police, you can join army or join civilian defense, or join civil defense, or join your local vigilante. This is anthem on this.
The question to them.
All right, thank you so much, James John. Femi, I really appreciate it. All right.
Glory be to God. Thank God it's Saturday. Yeah, the weekend is. Mr. Mike, God bless you. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, our esteemed viewers. I remember my humble self, the Biafran evangelist. Benjamin Johnson is Nachi.
Insecurity is what we are discussing this morning. 30 persons were killed in
50 plus.
according to what is here.
Okay,
right?
in Vanguard.
Vanguard.
They didn't get the report complete.
That is you.
Okay.
According to Vanguard, I'm putting Vanguard now.
Okay.
And I've said it before that the router said 50. So what I'm saying, insecurity in Nigeria. When is it going to end?
It's not going to end at all. Let us be frank to ourselves. Let us be sincere. It has become part and parcel of Nigeria. It has become a normal routine. It's not going to end. When I was telling you people here that Musa is a failure, you never believe. You said before that he collect power from somebody. Now they are giving him the power to control. Up to date, what is happening? Nothing. I told you, a failure is a failure, no matter how. A failure is a failure. So Musa has failed, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Mr. President, have failed by giving us a failed chief of arms. What is it called? You understand me? Yes, he has failed. See, my blood brother, this insecurity of a thing. I told you this in this very platform that there are people that are the chief thing in insecurity. There are the money bankers and bankers for this insecurity, and they have placed their bet down, and that is what is playing now. Not those guys. Those guys are just receiving instruction. I could remember under Buhari, I've met more than 5 soldiers who returned from Sambisa forest. I met so many soldiers who came from the northern part. One told me, one police from Area G here told me that they saw under his watch where all these terrorists are operating. So, you know, he was moved from the vehicle that he was inside. So he wanted to react. So the organ stopped him. It was like, this is what we are called for, our duty. The next thing he said to him was that order have not come from above. So order has to come from above before you shoot or you defend the citizens, the people, irrespective of whether not or east or west or any corner. So order must come from above. Imagine a situation whereby you find yourself in that state. You know, some of us are saying, defend yourself. How can you defend yourself? They made mention of Amoteku. Yes, before Amoteku was formed by late Akoleduru, you understand? It was as a result of what happened in Owo that pushed him to form Amoteku. Now that he has formed Amoteku, how effective is that Amoteku? Do they have total freedom to operate without federal control, without anybody interference? Do they have that freedom? That should be another thing.
State-owned security now.
A state-owned security. State is under. Is it not under federal? I'm talking of order from above. You are telling me.
Control Amoteku.
Of course. Don't you know that Amoteku do not have their total freedom? But do your findings. They don't have total freedom because they have alignment with the federal before it could stand. That is one of the reasons why they refuse to recognize ESN formed by Nnamdi Kanu, because it does not have any alignment with the federal government of Nigeria.
You see why they are fighting?
How can they recognize ESN?
Oh, good.
Is it the governors of the Southeast?
And now look at it.
ESN?
The Ebubago the governors signed. How effective were they? They were there. The insecurity, the killing keep going. Because why? Government, federal empowerment, dictate and decide for them. They don't have that total freedom. But this ESN of a thing.
Kano is not governor. It's not governor of the state.
We are talking about securing ourselves here. We are talking about protecting ourselves. And we are talking about the fullness.
And you know what Kano has been fighting for?
Hold on.
Of the country.
I give you example.
So you don't expect the federal government to accept or to recognize is
good and fine. But
if it is governors,
I'm talking about self-defense.
Okay.
For the people to defend themselves in totality, yeah, you must operate without government. You understand? Government has to give you that freedom. Like Amoteku the director, did they give them that total freedom to go ahead and do what they were supposed to do? But they have seen it that if they should allow these people, the main aim of these people, you know, there's what we call love. You love your people. You understand? So we don't have government that love the people. We have government that love themselves, not the people. But that one, like ESN, which I use as an example, if you allow them, these people will stop that rubbish in totality because they really want to work. But to those who are under the influence of government are operating under what? Limitation. And that is why even with those like Amoteku here could not do up to expectation of the people in their local, in their places because of what? Federal power, federal influence, federal disturbance, federal limitations. That's the cause. Until when power is freely given, operate to the fullness, operate, don't mind. Make sure that that place is safe. Baba, you will know that our Amoteku will operate more than Nigerian army.
All right. How many more lives? How many more people will die before we defeat insurgency in Nigeria?
You see, man, God bless you for that question. You see, we have just say. It's like, to me, we are making noise. The reality on ground is that there is no truth in this situation we are here. There is no truth in the government. See, it's like we have two parallel governments. One that runs the affair of Nigeria, which is controlled by the Jagaba, the president himself. The other one run the affair of the insecurity. They determine their own determination. You understand? See, for example, I see Kwara never reached like 3 months when this war of Kwara started, and it's getting out of hand. You never reached 3 months when the war of Kwara never belonged to this massacre of a situation before. Now you can see what is happening. They are killing. Okay, where is the reality of government? So people are above the law. Can you imagine? I watched in my phone a video when these bandits, they were doing wedding. Can you imagine in a nation? I cry to my heart, I bleed. They break. In a country Nigeria, when they are doing marriage and they are celebrating, everybody would go. After all, in a nation, in a sovereign state, and there is a government, and some government officials were there, presently there. They say, where are we talking about? Where are we going? There is no end to this situation, except there is a change of heart. Because if you watch the scenario back in lane, you see that the present government, they use one of their vital points to conquer Jonathan was insecurity. They brought it. They say you can't handle it. They kidnap people, they do this one, At the end of the day, they came with that language. Say insecurity, 6 months, it will be nothing of the past. But what are we witnessing now? They have now grown. They have now grown to the extent that government cannot control them anymore. The government is capable of controlling the president, commander-in-chief of armed forces. You didn't know the authority that they have. If you say stop, they will stop. But is playing politics with Nigeria now. That's why we are saying Nigeria should come outside 2027 and let this government end.
All right, Chicago Schoolboy says the same story Evangelist said happened to my friend who is also serving in Sambisa. They were supposed to attack terrorists, but the commander claimed to wait for orders from above. All right, he goes on by saying Evangelist Kanu was wrong establishing ESN without the involvement of the government. He might be right to defend his people, but he would have at least aligned with other state governments for ESN to get represented.
Yes, he would have done that, but he would do it when you are like an assault now. Have they been as somebody
trying to justify?
What I'm trying to
justify illegality?
No, see my point. I'm talking about. I'm trying to. No. I'm trying to make a point to pick a point from what he said. The point I'm trying to make is love.
You need to pick what he said.
Love here. Love here. We are talking about love. We are talking about love.
Love as well.
Love in a sense that loving the people. Carrying the people at heart.
The mandate of the line with Abia State government
is the Abia government to love the people.
That's what Chicago Schoolboy is saying here.
Did the government of Abia State as at that time love the people? That should be that is where I'm going to.
Give the chance for alignment.
And see, is it not when you love because you give somebody this thing for anything? When Kano came to Nigeria, did Kano come for division? I have asked you this question before and I told you and you confirm it. He came for a betterment of the people. So what are we saying here? He wants to be vibrant, he wants a moving train, like he wants Nigeria to move and for things to work well for this country, for his own country, because it's his own nation. But Nigerian government and co, the Jagaba and co, are the one that twisted the whole thing.
All right, yes, and
that's my point.
Idea, but no one was there to register it under the government CAC. This is Chicago Schoolboy on this, and Annam says, see all these Biafrans. Dash. All right, we move down to this is Chima. Okay, I think it's responding to one of the viewers there. Anthem goes on. Nnamdi Kanu tried to copy Amotekun from Southwest, which was correctly established by state legislators. He dash. All right. Even Kanu. Okay, even if Kanu go to register, it, they won't accept the proposal. This is from Ugozu Chima.
Yeah, of course, I can lie with that.
And I said because what he was fighting for.
He was not even fighting for Biafra anyway. As at that moment, it was the killing.
The creation of the ESN. He has been fighting for Biafra.
No, hold on.
He has been agitating for Biafra.
Hold on, Mr. Mike. Somebody reported a case.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's bad. He's agitating for.
You understand? I know you are not against it.
He's agitating for
the issue there.
Hold on. Are you getting listen to me? Okay. He has the right to agitate for anything he wants to agitate.
Okay.
But what you are saying now is that you can see what other viewers are saying. The way he went about it, and that's what people are saying. That is wrong.
Okay.
Now it wasn't.
Hold on.
That's what they said.
That was one thing is
at that point he should have aligned with the state governors, the eastern governors, for it to work. That's what you are saying. See
my point. It's like you are not getting me.
And for the fact that he was fighting for the division of the country,
he's not fighting
to separate, for fighting for Biafra. Stop fighting
with separation from Nigeria.
So the government at that point, I don't think government would recognize ESN. They won't.
It's not possible.
Listen to me first. He said he was fighting. I asked and I put it and I repeat it again. When he came, so
Kanu started ESN while in agitation, and that's just it.
Now listen. I don't see what led to that. You people just what led to that.
I'm not talking about what led to it. We are talking about that outfit, that security.
He himself. See, I said the Kano. I said the government as at that time did not have the people at the heart. Did not love the people.
Did he consult the governors?
Kano visited elders.
While abroad?
Which abroad? Kano complained here in Nigeria. Kano complained even about the killing of the people in the east. Even to the are you telling me that the governors of Nigeria did not when they were killing, the killing before he went on because of this?
All right, the Chima says Biafra evangelist Kano established ESN when he's already agitating for Biafran secession.
When killing was going on now.
Stop changing the story. And
No, I'm not changing anything.
Right, Michael. All right, thank you so much, Chima. Charles Kuba, he was not supposed to stand as the initiator of ESN since he was a freedom fighter. Someone else would have done this. It's as simple as everybody is saying what he did was wrong. All right.
The manner.
When the people that are supposed to do the deed do not do, and what is the right?
Why did the federal government recognize Ibiago?
Good and fine.
To recognize ESN. Why?
Okay, good and fine. The Ebubago that you said that is just as the same thing like Amoteku. And the Ebubago that they recognize is the Ebubago securing the people.
You're twisting things. Why did the government recognize Ibiago?
They recognize the welcome those ones and use them against the people. That is my point.
You are twisting things.
I'm not twisting anything.
Not any problem.
They are not going according. Federal government. We are talking about protecting life and property. Are you hearing me? And these people are not ready because it's a hanky-panky game. Just as we have military, they are waiting order from above. Needful. And these people are not ready to take what they need to do the needful. That is my point.
All right, Andam says Mr. Mike Gani Adams also raised alarm and wanted to fight these insecurities. The governors ignored him and he didn't create it. He didn't create the outfit.
Gani Adams fought the Fulanis in Kwara State.
This is the same situation as Nnamdi Kanu.
Gani Adams. Is Gani Adams not the leader of OPC? Have you forgotten when Gani Adams carried the OPC to defend the Yorubas in Kwara? Is it government that gave him the authority? What are we saying? The same Gani Adams, which led the Fulanis to complain, and that was why they said they want somebody that will protect them. They went and brought in the native Buhari. Have you forgotten?
All right, the football lifter says what we need in Nigeria is unity to fight the common enemy. Insecurity and bad governance, not this Igbo Yoruba online war daily. It can't help us. All right, thank you so much, the football lifter. All right, Antman says OPC is not acting outside of Amotekun. They are working with them. Thank you so much for your contribution. Really appreciate you. Tomorrow is election. Today's election.
Today's election.
What do you have to say?
Election in Abuja.
City boy movement versus the village boys. Village boy movement.
Glory be to God. If the whole game play according to as it been mentioned, election, definitely you will know the outcome. But if you play the other way round of selection, you know the outcome because that selection has been the game of in Nigeria. But we use the word election to cover the selection.
Even after the newly signed electoral law?
They signed the electoral law with what? With the comma, and corner. Can Bola Ahmed Tinubu sign anything that will go contrary to him or that will work against him? It's not possible. So that is why I include that one. So that if you people think you are smart, I will outsmart you. I will follow the other corner to get what I want.
Are you directly telling us that it is victory for APC in Abuja today?
Definitely, that is what I'm telling you. A selection, not election. Because if election should be held, and actually, as they may call it, APC is not going to win. It's not a joke. You and I know, Mr. Michael, you know it from your heart, that even this make everything be open, be fair and free and fair, transparent. Jagaban no go even win here again. And not be like people like him now that voted for Jagaban before no go vote Jagaban again now. Then those that are not even with Jagaban, how do they now go to Jagaban? It's not possible now. They maintain their life. So we are more souls are joining us. You don't understand? But because things are not flowing in a normal platform, definitely even my own vote will be counted for Jagaban.
All right, thank you so much. Glory says, God bless this Federal Republic of Nigeria and the City Boy movement. All right. Anthem says City Boy movement for the win. Oh, okay. That's how it goes. The football lifter says it shall not be well with Fulani terrorists for killing a monarch in his place, in his palace. Sorry, in his palace.
That's Ondo State. Ondo State. Not enough.
I'm really angry.
Baba, na me verse pass. Na me verse pass. I'm telling you, the tears of Akeredolu never come out, which I watch, never come out from my face.
All right, Michael, if any other party wins any seat in the Abuja area council election, that means the highest miracle has happened. Oluwawan has become an example of APC supporters that chop Ella. What are you trying to say? All right, what are you expecting today?
The election.
Rivers, Kano, and Abuja.
The election, according to what I have seen, you see the situation in Nigeria now. APC is not relevant anymore. But now you now sign the electoral law. You see, so they say, believe me, millions stand to vote that particular party. There may be 3 or 4. Now you now say 3 or 4 1 million. That's not going to be an anarchy. See, Nigeria is going to fall in a big trap because those Jagaban boys, they are not going to take it lightly, but Nigeria is going to let them know that their days are up. Their days are up. Let us be frankly speaking, their days are up. See, every day killing, they are not killing human beings, they are not killing animals, they are killing human beings. And somebody is there, the president, we have the highest military, let's say in Africa, West Africa. But what are we capable of doing? Anytime you say order from above, where is the order from above? Where is the above coming from? Has it not the one that sworn an oath to protect life and property? So the days are gone because they fail woefully. Because they can't control what they say they will control. They are incapability of controlling the situation. So they have to pack their baggage and leave peacefully.
All right, thank you so much for joining me this beautiful Saturday morning. We need to go. God bless you. I really appreciate you. Oluwawan of our land. To pop on them, we need to go. We need to go. All right. How you doing, sir? All right. You want to say something quickly, right?
What I want to say that all of our fans all over the world, I know I come late, almost church closing, but God will bless every one of you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. And moreover, the election coming this 2027, I think it will be election of, let me put it, revival. Because what I see in the e-vote for Senate or Nigerian government to come back and implement it and sign it is a sign that power belongs to the people, not to a group of people, but to the masses. Because the way the masses reacted when the rumor was filtering that they don't want to sign it, they want to sign it to the law, that to force the Senate president to come out and debunk that they nothing like that. We show that the masses are ready now to face whatever want to happen. They are ready now to take their destiny into their hand. And it will be tough now for APC to do what they did in 2023.
Okay.
Because the masses are coming up now.
What about today's election? What happened in Abuja? Let's even leave Kano State and River State election. Let's talk about FCT election. The area council election that is going on.
The area council,
the city boy movement and village boy movement.
The city boys movement, watch them, they are a bunch of corrupt people. I think Kubana was among the city boys. And the city boys are another heavyweight political talk. Heavyweight political talk for APC. And city boys cannot save them. City boys, I'm telling you honestly, if you cannot not take it, at the end of it all, city boys may be on the run.
Today?
Not today, at the end of everything. City boys may be on the run. City boys, EFCC may come against them. But let them play, let their master win the election. If their master failed the election 2027, city boys, EFCC will come after them. After EFCC, I think ICPC will come. after SCPC, then DSS will come. Mark my word. If the will of God came to happen, so the election today, if the masses in Abuja will come and say no, as they said no to electoral acts, must surely be signed. I think city boys are not going to do. City boys, there are not more than 50 people. There cannot be more than 50 people. And they cannot tell me that city boys will subdue the people in Abuja. Unless there's a backup, backing them as Fulani herdsmen, we are backed up by the government. That's all. Unless government will come with full force. But let it for city boys alone, with their campaign, with their harassment, with the intimidation, if Abuja stand up, let's say a party, even though a person you don't expect, maybe election in Abuja.
Right, before today, I think it was yesterday, the African Democratic Congress raised alarm over African Democratic Congress,
yes,
ADC, raised alarm over alleged voter suppression. This as regards the restriction of vehicles and movement in Abuja in today's election. Do you see the FCT minister suppressing voters' rights by restricting movement in Abuja?
You see, any party in power has so many ways to favor themselves in the form of rigging. So if Territory Minister is APC, forget about they said.
Did he impose the curfew because of today's election?
Yes, yes,
or to manipulate,
yes.
or to suppress voters from coming out?
Why did he
intentionally do that?
Yes, why?
Or it's needed?
It's not needed. Because
to restrict movement.
You cannot restrict movement.
Vehicular movement, yeah.
You cannot restrict movement. In the people, some people, if you go to Abuja, like Igbo people, most of them register where their shop is, and most of them will go there to vote. But the only thing you could have did is to allow the security men to be alert in case of any eventuality of commotion. But to receive people not to come out is improper. In this very time, he may do it. He may look at as if it's a good to checkmate security, to checkmate people whose security and the vision. But do you know whether they have voted already in the night? So that when you did not come out to vote, they will take the one they vote in the night to count for themselves. So there are so many reasons that made it to impose it. You understand? After Abuja election, it's not general election. Okay, can he cancel flight not to enter Abuja? Can he cancel flight not to enter Abuja today? No. There must surely be a reason. And you know, Wike is a man who is a minister of Territory. Wike is a man who can do undo to make sure the party he supports win the election.
With this curfew discourage people from going out? Exercise their rights?
People may go who decided to take the risk into their hand. Who decided to take the risk can go out. Now, if you have your PVC at your hand and the place you are going is outside the place you register, maybe in a business area, is outside your place. If you can be able to take there, hold your PVC at hand. If the security agent catch you, show them your PVC, they will know your registration this is center that is far from your place, that you want to go and vote. As a patriotic Nigerian, they may leave you or they intimidate you, hold you down there until the election is over. You understand? But make sure you hold your PVC at hand before you make a movement.
All right, in the comment section, this is just excuses that is coming from Ant-Man. Electoral Act is signed. That's what Ant-Man says. Great job, Mr. Mike. Thank you so much, Nnamdi Kanu. He laughs, yeah. Very good morning to you, Mr. Wada.
Up to you. Mr. Paradari Okokondem.
All right, Odile Chima says Tinubu has 30 governors, many senators, the police and army, yet he's afraid he would have signed the correct electoral law and test his Chicago says Wike was wrong to restrict movement when he forgot that foreign embassies are situated in Abuja. All right, Adelaide says Shivaji signed the electoral law already. Willing Willa. Okay, Amnam says nobody is joining coalition of failures. Mustafa Mustafa Adeshina. The current president worked hard to be elected while some politicians are lazy. And they think that the presidency should be given to them without working for it. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to say? You need to go.
Our fans all over the world, I said, God bless everyone of you and protect you. He shall be with all of you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your contribution.
I appreciate for giving me time.
Thank you. All right, to the viewers in the comment section, I say a big thank you to you for engaging us this beautiful Saturday morning. The likes of Victor Prince in the UK, Chief Chima in Italy, Mustafa Odeshino, and Chicago School Boy, Emmanuel Oguji, the football lifters. Thank you so much. GOA, we really appreciate your contribution as well. And Okoro was here. So sorry, and Okoro, I couldn't read your messages. So sorry about that. All right. P. Milan also joined us. MK was initially fighting for emancipating for the well-being of the Niger people. Okay. So sorry, I couldn't read this. He appreciates your contribution as well. And to the rest of the viewers who engaged us, and to the rest of the viewers who are currently watching us, we say a big thank you to all of you. The battle on Monday. Yeah, on Monday, by God's grace. Please stay safe and have a great weekend. I love you all. Goodbye.
Maga.